Hey guys, what's up? Tips here. This is going to be the final part of Champions Road. If you haven't already, watch the first two parts so you can see how to get the Lucky Bell and Tanooki Bell easy. So, what you're going to do is go into Champions Road, the hardest stage. Spoiler alert if you haven't played this stage. Oh, this is going to be a difficult challenge. Even with the power-ups, it's still a pretty difficult stage, no matter what. Champions Road on the inside is a difficult stage. Now Mario is probably the fourth best because he doesn't have an ability. Don't recommend you use him really. Luigi is probably the second best because he jumps really high. Recommend you use him. Peach, I totally recommend you use her because she's got the ability to float. Toad, I do not recommend you to use him at all because his jump's very low even though he dashes really fast. Rosalina, I guess I could recommend, but she doesn't have that spin ability, so I'd much rather use Luigi or Peach. I'm gonna use Luigi because he's my favorite character, plus he jumps higher. And we're gonna be tackling Champions Road with the Tanooki suit and the Lucky Bell. Oh boy, here it goes. The hardest stage in the game, completed in an easy way. Just make sure you don't make any big mistakes. Sometimes the mistake is so little, yet the price is so unrewarding because you get sent all the way back to the beginning if you lose. So what you do is jump over there, and then you just gotta whip these fire blows with your tail, which is just pretty easy. Build up the fastest speed so you can make a very big jump, avoid that charging chuck in total. Woohoo! Then build the fastest speed again, and this is an even more riskier jump. But you'll be able to do it at some point. Then you build up the fastest speed again. Just be careful, because the nerves really get to you at some point. Because this is, after all, the hardest stage in the game. Some people call it the hardest Mario level. Then you go through these very fast beeping blocks, which is very, scary jumps. I hate scary jumps in Mario games. So, once you get past that, finally, you gotta go through this Kamek section where you just jump on their head or use your Tanooki tail to whack them. I normally like to jump on their head, but the Tanooki tail is easier. Then this is where the Lucky Bell comes in handy. Lucky Bell has the ability to ground pound. You're probably thinking, everything has the ability to ground pound. But this thing has the ability to be invincible while ground pounding. So that can help you a lot. Now you could make a trick jump over there by using a very well-timed cat dive, but if you just want to play it safe, then just crouch at that time. Then make it to the next section, and then do the same thing over. Now wait for these fuzzies to get out of the way. You don't really need to wait, because you could basically kill them with the ability I just told you. I like to cat dive for that section. Now this is a very easy section, probably the easiest one, because all you really gotta do is time your cat climbs very easy. Especially for the final one, you just gotta hold up. Now this is the second to last section. You gotta be really careful not to fall or not to get hit because, you could get hit, just don't get hit 3 times, otherwise you're gonna have to use your Tanooki suit for later, and you don't want to use it now. So, just right up there. Sometimes it could be really tricky. Don't press ZL or ZR here because the Lucky Cat suit will be gone at some point there. Now it's okay if you lose your power up, you just gotta make sure you don't turn into small Luigi or anything, because it might be tricky for this last part. Then you go to the final section, which is where you'll have to use your Tanooki suit. Thankfully, the Tanooki suit makes it much easier. Once the last laser is gone, the rest of the level is pretty smooth. But you still gotta make these well-timed jumps. Because it's really difficult to tell when your shadow is on or not. in Super Mario 3D World. Then you gotta collect all 5 of these key tokens, which is a hard task on its own. So it might take you a few tries, but at some point you'll get the gist, and then you'll eventually complete the stage. Now, maybe you need to restart because you might have lost your Tanooki suit, but it is really difficult to do this part still. And at some point, you're gonna get there in the warp box, and then it'll say thank you, and then it's congratulating you for all the work you've done in Super Mario 3D World. And that, everyone, is the easiest method to completing Champions Road. We're gonna wait for the thank you to end, and then you're gonna see a big surprise here. All your friends are here, and you get a bunch of coins too. Now, don't fall or else you're gonna have to restart, okay? Because that is not a good thing to do. You could collect all the coins if you want, but just remember, time is key. So if you lose enough time, then you're gonna have to restart. But thankfully, I still have enough time. And that, everyone, is how to beat Champions Road the easiest way possible. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and keep notifications on so that you can get notified for new videos. And I will see you in the next one.